2.
When I first met Gustavo, I was walking a dog. It was not my dog. It was a rescue dog that needed a home. And I do a lot of this work for the dogs because I love them. And but actually, this dog was running me around. I wasn't really walking him. I didn't want to hurt his little feelings, and I didn't know how to control him. And he was just pulling me all over the place, all through Paonia, every day. People would laugh at me when they see me go by and, "Hey, Christy, is that dog walking you, or are you walking that dog?" It was kind of embarrassing, but I love animals, so I just put up with it. And one day I was running down the sidewalk, and all of a sudden, Gustavo just shows up behind me and says, "Excuse me, can I help you with that dog?" And I thought, yeah, that would be great. This dog is killing me, and everyone's been laughing at me. So Gustavo said, "Great." So he took the leash out of my hand, and he started working with this dog. It took him about, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes. We walked over to the dog park, and he had that dog totally under control. I was laughing. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, "How did you do that?" This dog is so much better right now. The type of dog it was, too, is kind of a stubborn breed. He's a Karelian bear dog, but that doesn't make a difference. Gustavo had him totally under control for me, and made it much easier for me to walk the dog from there after. It's great because then you can go out in public with your dog, and you've got control. And it doesn't take that much time to learn. He actually teaches you and the dog how to walk together, and that's ultimately what you want, is a well-behaved animal. And it's terrific. It's really good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Gustavo. This is Linda with the Delta Humane Society. I just wanted to call and touch base with you and thank you one more time for all the work that you did for us with Jewel. You know, when she first came to me, she was a little nervous, a little wild, but after that adoption failed, she got really bad to the point where you could not even walk her on a leash. And so even before you took her outside on the leash, I was just really impressed with the energy and the time and the patience that you put in, just getting her to approach you. It was pretty amazing. I was very, very impressed, and I was even more impressed after you took her out and walked her for a while, and you showed me the techniques that you were using to work with her, and techniques that I could continue to use. And the difference in her was just amazing. After that one session with you, her energy just got so much calmer, not just that day, but for, a couple of weeks afterwards. She was just, it was almost like she was relieved that somebody finally understood what was wrong. Your work with her was a very big part of her being able to be adopted and emotionally connect with somebody. And I recommend you to anybody that asks, and I will continue to do that. And if I have another problem dog, you can bet I'll be calling.
I thought that he had changed so much. It was like that dog went away and a new dog came.
Wow.
I mean, because he is just not biting. I mean, he bit constantly. And he isn't doing that. He's just more calm. He's just relaxed, more calm, and it was really worth the money to me to have you come. No yelling at him, no running after him, no cussing at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. I have a different tone, and when I want him to do something, he does it. He goes and lays in. When I want him out of the kitchen, I tell him, "Go, you need to go lay down," and he just does it.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And I mean, he is a puppy, so I mean, that will naturally just get better.
And it's been how long now since we trained? Like a week or two?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And
But I seen it within a week
Okay.
of a change, within days. I see everything changing with this dog.
I was left on the shores.
And I just want to let you know that Kaya, our puppy, is doing great. Definitely we're making some progress. Of course, a lot of it's up to how much we work with her, but she seems to have turned a corner, and she's being much more loving for whatever reason. But she's doing great, so I just wanted to get back with you.
Gustavo worked with me, trying to introduce her to other dogs, and it was a trial. We really had to struggle over that. Well, I should say Gustavo struggled. I mostly just watched in horror while he introduced her to his pit bulls. She, at first, was very aggressive, would have nothing to do with him, was a typical red zone dog, and it probably took a half an hour before he could actually get her next to his youngest pit bull. And then it was like magic. Her tail started wagging. He took off both collars. They played and ran all around the yard. And I never thought I would ever see her be able to do that. Pretty soon the second pit bull was introduced, and they just had a great time running around. She still has her issues that we work on, but she's made progress to the point of being able to walk by yapping dogs with barely a glance, and we just keep on track and keep working with her, and I couldn't have done it without Gustavo.